Hey guys, before I start this video, I wanted to start off by saying I don't know exactly how much footage I got because of filming and equipment issues, but I will say that hopefully I can make this video the best. If you guys make it to the end, be sure to leave me a comment, let me know how I did. Without any further ado, enjoy the video guys. Thank you for watching. Everybody, Yellow Fellow here, and today I'm going to do a detailing video. Now I know there is hundreds and thousands of detailing videos on the internet, but I feel like I'm going to accomplish something different today. Hopefully it'll be helpful for all of you guys who are more average detailers than the rest. But it's about 7 a.m. I am about to start my car because my neighbors, they can f*** off. So I haven't decided whether I'm going to detail my car at the end of my driveway. I mean, I could either do it right here. The sun's shining pretty heavily and the birds are chirping. I don't want that to be a distraction, but they're going to be chirping anyway. I mean, I could do it behind, maybe my house or whatever, but I don't know. I don't care. I'll figure this out. All right, how about a nice early morning cold start at 7 a.m. with all your neighbors sleeping. I know it looks a little weird because I removed the license plate for editing purposes and it's dirty. That's why I hate detailing videos, because you always find shit that you don't really want to see. It's going to piss you off. But without any further ado, let's get the cops called. Shit. I think I'm going to do it at the end of my driveway just because, as you can see, like outside, it's kind of wet and muddy. And what's the point of detailing your car if you're just going to get it f***ing dirty again? So, right now, we're just going to back up into the street. Don't be surprised if in this video one of my neighbors walks over and talks about how rude it is to start my car in the morning. Not that I do it all the time, which I really don't because I'm never really up super early. But I do it sometimes, and they ain't down with the bitches and hoes. So it's whatever. I'm just going to pull in here. I'm going to give myself plenty of room, still being on concrete. Alright, I'm out of here. Alright, I've already wasted 5 minutes talking about bullshit, so let me go get my f***ing detailing equipment. Alright boys and girls, this is what we're working with today. I just wanted to show off my wash buckets. Now I don't exactly have a label for them, but I have one which you can see right here. This one is for wash. This one is for, it's going to be a rinse bucket pretty much. And then this one right here is going to be for the wheels. Now I am going to be doing the wheels first, so I'm going to kind of jump to me doing that. But before that, I just kind of want to talk about what this video is. What this video is basically for amateur detailers. Now I'm going to be doing this to my car, and I'm just going to kind of show everybody what you can get basically out of store-bought products. Now, I'm going to teach you how to use budget products without damaging your car, basically. And I'm going to teach you the right amount of steps and what to do. And that's a cheap route, affordable. My whole setup here is probably, it's just collectively things that I've been collecting, like just small crap, just so I could do this video. And it's probably around $50, but you could do a detail that I'm doing right now for around $20, $30. And, some okay products that'll last you till you get some of the bigger stuff. But right now, I am going to show you some of the products. Now, I'm going to be using some products that I really much like and some products that I really despise. But if that's all you have, then I completely understand. That's the reason that I'm doing this. So this is what I'm going to get into right now. Alright guys, so we're about to go over what is in my wheel bucket. Now this is probably going to be a fairly long video, just for the simple fact that, I mean, it's going to feature multiple different things, but I will put stuff in the description so you can skip around. I'm kind of copying my buddy, Honestly OCD here. I'll put his channel link at the end of this video. Basically what he did is he did how to detail your car, and I mean, not even just that, just some of the products that he uses, and you know, just basically he made a video for input on what's, you know, some of the better stuff that other people use to kind of get some feedback, things like that, just to see what works best on a car, and uses his car as an example. What I'm doing right here is essentially showing you how to wash your car like a broke ass. So I have a couple barrel brushes right here. These are good for like getting in the barrels and things like that, so you can kind of get into like some more you know, just get deep in the wheels and make sure you don't miss anything. Same goes for this. It's kind of the same brush, it's just a little bit different style. I got both to try. Now you can get these at pretty much any like auto store, like AutoZone, O'Reilly, like Pep Boy, whatever. You can go get these brushes and it's not a big to do. So this is really, I mean, I don't even remember the place, but I know these are just like a couple bucks, so that's why I'm the reason I'm going to be using these. Now, something I want to talk about real quick. I don't want to say that I hate turtle wax, but it's not my favorite. But I am going to be using it today because I know a lot of people who just go to the store are going to end up buying this brand. So I'm going to be showing how it works and if it works at all. If anybody has an example of brake dust, it's going to be me. As you can see, look at these shiners in the background. So if anybody has brake dust, it's me, and we're going to see exactly how these work, to what extent. Now, one of my favorite companies I want to talk about in my couple other buckets, I'll get to talking about it, is Meguiar's, and I know that their stuff works. Now you can pick up any Meguiar's wheel cleaner and things like that according to the kind of rims you have. I mean, but with that said, I'm just going to be trying something different basically today, and I will eventually be testing different products, but this one right here I'm going to do today just to show you if you can just pick up anything ordinary and do it. And then last, I decided to be Picasso for this video, and this is not a paintbrush, it's actually a detailing brush for a car, and it's for rims. I know it looks like a butt plug, but it is actually a brush, and it's for the lug nuts. It's to get in there and kind of get the brake dust out of there. I don't know how well this will work, but I'm going to test that out. So I'm going to start on these wheels, and then I'll talk about my other two buckets as I get along in the wash. Alright guys, there's planes flying over and shit, so I'm going to make this quick. All you're going to want to do is just take the wheel bucket and you're going to want to fill it with water. This is just really simple steps. I'm going to be using the product over there just like it says, so I don't want to hear that shit about how you didn't use it right. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this up with water and put a little bit of soap in there. I did fill the bucket more up with water. I noticed that these float, and I don't have a grit guard, so I figured what better way than to just let them float off the bottom to where they can't even touch it, so I can rinse them. So I am not rocking a grit guard this video. I currently don't have one yet, but I'm doing everything I can to make sure I don't f this up. But let's get started on these wheels. Basically, this crap, I mean, store-bought bottle of wash says, rinse wheel thoroughly with water. Clean one wheel and tire at a time. Spray wheel and tire evenly with product, holding bottle 6 to 8 inches away from the wheel. Okay, maximum soak of 30 seconds. Let's do that. I'm going to wet all this down, my brake caliper and everything. I'm going to wet around the car a little bit. Wheel and tire, so I'm going to do both. 6 to 8 inches. Alright, so the tire looks pretty damn brown. It's been soaking for about 30 seconds now. So right now I'm just going to rinse it off. Actually does not look too bad as I'm working on it. Seems like a lot of junk came off. This is actually looking pretty damn clean right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see how this looks when it dries and see exactly what you're working with without even having to agitate it. So let's go ahead and take a look. As you can see, I mean, not too shabby. Like, I would take, you know, like a brush, like say this brush right here. You can see, I'm just going to show you right quick how quick this shit builds up, even though, you know, this says it gets everything. Well, it may not say it gets everything, but it's implied. Can't really get behind my brake caliper there. So I'm just going to run up in here and go around the wheel real quick. So now this may not be your ordinary wash. I've never taken time to properly clean my drums, but as you can see, just anything is going to have lots of dust and shit on it. I mean, let's try out this other brush right here. See if we can make any damage with this. Right now, I would overall say that that's a pass. Now, I don't have another wash mitt. I only have a couple I'm going to be using on the car. I am going to use these disposable microfiber towels. They're not really disposable, but I have hundreds of them, so I'm going to call them disposable. You can't reuse them. They're just going to be really dirty. I picked yellow because I'm yellow fellow motherfuckers. Right now, this is what we're left with. I wish I had more wash mitts because, believe me, I could use them, but I have just a couple, and those are going to be used for the top and bottom of my car. So, oh well. Alright, so that's one wheel, and I'm going to show you an example on the back wheel, and I'm not going to go around all four, just try to save some time on this video, but I will show you the back wheel just because the brake caliper is a little bit different. Let's go. Never done a full detailing video, but we'll get better at this as we go along. I don't have any fancy camera footwork, but we're going to try this out to the best of our abilities. I'm going to go ahead and repeat the same process. A little bit under the wheel here. You might have OCD if you spray it so many times your fucking fingers hurt. But let's go ahead and rinse this off. It's been a little bit. Alright, let's get these drums working. I'll go ahead and rinse this red bitch off. That's what I notice. When this gets wet, this little foam pad tries to come off. Not a big fan of that. But you get what you pay for, am I right? Now don't laugh at me, but I'm actually going to try to use this to rinse the wheels here. I don't think this will be such a bad idea. I think that's what this is for. That microfiber bullshit isn't cutting it right now, quite honestly. I honestly think this brush might have been a better route to go instead of that damn towel. So we're going to do the other two wheels, and then we're going to start on the car. I will eventually come up with a better system, but this is all I have to show you guys in this video, because if I went up to anything better, then that would defeat the purpose of what I'm trying to do this video. So just stick around, please. There's definitely going to be another wheel video another day, and it's probably going to be with better equipment. But that's a basic way to wash your wheels. I practically used the worst things that I could find that are not going to tear your shit up. And the wheels are not terrible. They're pretty clean wheels. My logo looks good and everything. But other than that, it's nothing professionally done. But you can do that to clean up your stuff. Right now what we're going to do is we're going to get into the washing process, and I'll show you exactly what I do in that. Right now I'm going to fill up my wash and my rinse buckets, and we're going to get started. Alright guys, so in my wash bucket I have a variety of different things. I was going to do a comparison of soaps, and this says super foam and blah blah blah, aggressive, removes mud, salt, all of this bullshit, and it's the same thing I just used to clean my wheels, and I wasn't impressed. I know it's a different formula, but it's just one of those things where I get to thinking, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I don't know. I have some quick detailer. I'm going to be using this later when I clay bar the car. I might save clay barring for a different day. I'm probably going to do that. Just some different simple stuff. I don't even use half of this. I was told to test this out for a cheap product of a drying towel. It's really an exercise towel, I guess. It's multi-purpose. It's just for drying off. I bought this for about $4 or $5, and I heard that to an alternative to a $20, $30 drying towel, you could use this, and I'm going to test that out in this video. So stick around for that. And also I have a wash mitt, you know, very handy, which I'm going to be using, and I have this, which I will probably end up using right now. I heard that people did not have a good experience with this. I have personally never used it, so I will be using this in this video. So this is the one that I'm going to use. So let's fill my buckets up. Alright guys, real quick while my wash buckets are filling up in the background. Okay, so I've talked about this thing in a previous video. I'm not even going to call it a cannon. It doesn't deserve the name. It's not a foam cannon. You connect it to your water hose basically. Now, I've used distilled water just because I watched my buddy's video, Honestly OCD. He explains why you use distilled water. I'm just going to try it out. I've never done it before. I used the water to soap ratio. There's a little marker on the side of the thing that I went ahead and used. By the way, I think he uses distilled water to get rid of water spots or something like that if you have hard water. I think it helps out a little bit. But this is really cheap, and it's the reason I'm using it. I'm going to see what kind of foam we can get and what kind of results we can get from this thing. But I just wanted to show you what I'm currently rocking right now. And I did put a towel under my hood because he talked about water going in there and things like that. So I went ahead and laid that down. I'm going to reference his video a lot because he was the inspiration to kind of make this video. Because I know for a fact that a lot of people are really wondering the correct way to, you know, really get down in there and wash your car good. He does it in a more professional way. I'm trying to do it in kind of a average Joe type of way, or even less, whatever you got. You know, I realize most people are going to have, you know, the similar products that I have, or maybe a little bit better, or maybe you have great products. That's great. I'm just trying to make a little bit of sense for all the kind of mediocre starting detailers out there, and what's the general idea of what you have to use. So I will not be using my pressure washer in this video or anything like that. So let's go ahead and get started foaming down the car and see what we can get from this. Alright, now I'm basically just going to wash the car off with my wash bucket. I don't know how good any of this footage is going to be from wheels to car or whatever, but I'm just going to kind of piece it all together, give you the general idea, and more videos will be coming soon about detailing. I don't think I'm going to do the best on this one, but we shall see, so let's get to it. Well guys, I don't think I'm going to have a lot of footage of me washing my car. I kind of ran into some neighbor issues, but here's the thing. I am going to try to get some footage of me drying it. This little stuff right here I'm going to need to do afterwards as well. It's got bug and tar. I will need to remove that, but other than that, I'm going to get started on this drying process, and I am going to try to use this towel, the Aqua Dry, and see if it's any good. People say it's the shit, so let's test it out. Well guys, everything's just about done. I ran into some neighbor issues, so I wasn't able to film everything. I had kind of a shitty time today, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to wipe down the entire car with some quick detailer by Meguiar's, and then I'm going to use some glass cleaner, and that'll be all she wrote. I'll do a quick walk around and a little outro. I don't know how good this video is going to be, but I apologize in advance. Anyway guys, oh well. Alright guys, just finishing up a little bit of cleanup, and this is what the car looks like now. Super clean. I got everything good. I didn't clay bar the paint yet, but I did make sure to hit it with some detailer and stuff like that after the wash. I don't know how much footage I'm actually going to have, but this is what the car looks like after it's all complete, said and done. I know the glass looks a little bit smudged up in the front, but that's actually inside, so I'm going to have to fix all that. But as you can see, paint looks great, nice and reflective, beautiful, and the wheels actually did not turn out that bad, so pretty impressed with that. Overall, I'm happy with the results. Anyway guys, thank you guys for watching. I didn't get as much footage as I like and a few other things, but I hope you guys got the you know, basically the gist of what's going on here. Anyway, thank you guys so much for cooperating on this channel and watching my videos to the end. If you made it this far, be sure to drop a like or subscribe. Also, just comment and, you know, just positive feedback on how I did on this video. And, you know, if you didn't think I did the best job, then please leave me some feedback. I will comment right away, and I'll do the best I can to make it better the next time. I just wanted to say to all of you guys, I only have about 4 videos and 160 subscribers. I'm about to hit 200 subscribers, and that means the world to me. I'm about to hit 3,000 followers on Instagram. You guys have no idea how long I've come in 3 months. It just hit the 3-month anniversary of me owning this car a couple days ago, and you know, the amount of respect, support, and love I've had on this channel has been ridiculous. I mean, I get comments and I mean everything, man. Like, I don't know what else to say other than just wow. This whole community has been the best to me. You guys, I mean, more than I could ever ask for. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. Love you guys.
Your sun came up and he smiled at me. Said it's gonna be a good one, just wait and see. Your sun came up and he smiled at me.